So we talked about the triangle setup position, which allows us to move very succinctly to the triangle finish in a safe way, covering all of our bases, keeping the opponent from sitting up the entire time. The question is, how do we end up in the triangle setup position in the first place? That's what we need to see now. We don't just magically arrive at the triangle setup because it's something that we initiate without our own safety being considered. We arrive there most commonly, and I will show you how to create the scenario once you feel that your guard is capable, but we arrive there most commonly because we're in the guard, which means that in a street fight, we're utilizing our punch block series. And stage one, of course, is here, right? I'm holding the head down and pulling it to the side. My knees are high so that my elbows and my thighs can connect, and I have the outside arm wrapped. From here, when the person pulls the punch, I'm going to go to what? I'm going to go to stage two, right? That means that as they pull the punch, right, because they're looking here in stage one to hit my face, right? So my head is closed, and they can throw some punches, and they try to hit the face, and no problem for me. But look, when they pull the arm high like this, right, that's the space that they give me to put the knee inside. So here we are in stage one, and I'm holding him down, and when he pulls the arm back for the shot, I catch. And I'm beginning my stage two, right? If he were to throw the full punch here, I'd go to stage two. This is my stage two. But he's not doing that. He's only trying to punch with one arm. And look what happens. Stage one, and when he pulls the punch, I catch. We're not in stage one, but we're not yet in a full stage two, so we're calling this stage 1.5. Stage 1.5. The arm here, the hand that was holding the outside arm, I'm locking it down. I'm going to transfer this to the head and just keep him close. Right? And then from here, we're going to transition to the triangle setup position. I want to get his wrist, but sometimes it's a little awkward if we're close for me to grab the wrist. So check out my shin here. Camera, come to this side, please. Right, I'm going to use my shin here to push him. And now I can grab the wrist more easily. Right? Of course, we assume that he is still trying to throw the punch, so when he retracts the arm, look what it does. It allows my foot to come through right here. See this? Right? This is like a mountain. The arm is bent, and I'm going to pass right through the peak of the mountain. Right? So here we are in stage 1.5, and I use my shin to feed myself the wrist, and when he pulls the arm, I go with him. I go with him, and I pull the leg out. Triangle setup. Right? Monitor the arms right away to prevent any further punches. And now you know what's next. Shield the arm across, hold the head. Foot in the hip, shoulder lock, turn and bite. Transfer, lock it up. Knees together, pull the head, lift the hips all at the same time. 3 angles of pressure, triangle choke. All right? Again, stage 1.5. Camera can go back to the head position. All right, stage one punch block series is used to prevent myself from getting hit in the face. So I'm holding him down, sitting up tight, knees and elbows close, wrapping the outside arm. When he starts to pull a punch for the ribs, that's when I switch here for the beginning of stage two. And before he even has a chance to go for the next punch, I'm holding the head and I'm close. Maybe we end up staying here, right? And I'm going to use my shin to push his arm away so that I can easily hold his wrist. Because now when he starts to pull the punch, it's easy for me to put the foot through, cross my legs, triangle setup, monitor both arms, and you know the rest. Okay. So, that is called stage 1.5. What if I'm in stage 1.5? I'm in stage 1.5, and as I'm trying to push the hand away and pull the foot through, he's holding my leg very tight. So now obviously I can't pull my knee to my chest and retract and put the leg under and over the shoulder. Right? So I do something else. Check it out. I hold the wrist just like I normally would. but now I straighten the leg and I go around. Okay? So, stage 1, and then he moves for the punch. Stage 2, we're on the way to it, but it's not stage 2, so I transfer. We're in 1.5, and I try to pull my leg out, but he's holding very tight. So I hold the wrist the same way, and look, I just straighten the leg, and now I go around the world till I catch him here. Monitor the arms, hold the head, right? Wait. When I'm ready to walk through to the triangle, we know what to do, right? Okay. So, that's how we go between these two arm positions. One of them involves him pulling back for the punch repeatedly, which as he does allows me to put the foot, look right here, see where the arm bends? Right there? That's the place that the foot goes through easily. If he holds the leg tight, then I straighten the leg and go around and over. Get comfortable with both because you don't know what you're going to need. Right? There's a third scenario. The third scenario may involve him just staying in this position and sort of aggressing against me, and I'm using my stage 1, but maybe he just continues to sort of bulldoze and rush me, and I'm not worried about the punches so much anymore. Now I want to create stage 1.5, right? So if he's just on his knees and leaning towards me, I can open my guard. Right? And look, before I do, I hold the head. Right? Always hold the head and keep him down. So I open my guard, I can put my foot on the ground, and I just move my hips a little bit this way, just a slight scoot, so that I have this angle here where I'm facing him slightly. And now I can use my forearm, and I can scrape the arm and bring the knee together. And now we're in stage 1.5. Right? I go back and I wait and see what happens. If he pulls for a punch, right, there's my opening, and I put the foot through. If he holds me tight, go back. We're in stage 1 here, punch block series, go back. And I decide to hold the head, put the foot on the ground and scoot, and bring the knee and everything together. And he starts to hold my leg tight. That's fine. Now I straighten the leg and go around the world. Right? And now we get to the triangle setup. And I know from here, I bring the arm across, hold the wrist, hold the head, foot in the hip, walk it back, bite, transfer, lock, knees, head, and hips. Okay? Makes sense? All right, let's try those. Quick review with no partner. In stage 1, right, in stage 1, punch block defense. And he pulls the punch, so I go to stage 2. Right? If I can use my shin to force the arm long and hold the wrist, when he pulls the punch, I can bring my foot up and through and get right to the triangle setup. And then finish the triangle choke from here. If I'm in stage 1.5 and he's holding my leg tight, I'm going to straighten the leg and go around the world. Triangle setup position. If I want to create stage 1.5, we're in punch block defense, right? Stage 1, I put my foot on the ground and I move my hips and look, I use my forearm and my knee together to come to stage 1.5. And now I either wait until he pulls the punch, shift, and come through, or if he hugs me tight, I straighten the leg and go around the world. Triangle set up, and you know what to do from there. Make sense? Okay, we're good.